I want P Valley to know that the light will always be on. Okay? I don't know when season 3 of P Valley is coming, but the light will stay on. Okay? Unwavering.
This is Shana.
And Kris.
And we are Bad Queers. If you came out of the closet and got put in a box of stereotypes you don't belong to, then welcome to the Bad Queers Club.
All right. This week in Queer Urban Dictionary, I have light in the loafers. Light in the loafers is a derogatory euphemism for a gay or homosexual man, especially when implying femininity. So very specific there. A little background. The phrase dates back to the 1950s and refers to a mincing style of walking as well. It's like, okay. Take that.
Did you?
I always like light in the loafers.
Coming
I know
out
it's like derogatory, but it's kind of, I like loafers.
Saying that to you? Could you imagine somebody coming and saying that to you? Like, oh, you're looking a little light in the loafers to me. What?
Yeah. Light in the loafers is the like hoity-toity rich cousin of got a little sugar in the tank, you know, because that's country.
Yes.
But that's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yes.
It's like it's rich cousin, you know. They're both, you know, but it's like the same. It is parallel. They just live, you know, in different places. It's like your cousin down south versus your cousin probably up north or maybe a little mid-Atlantic, you know.
I'd give it like a little northeast.
Yeah. Yeah, northeast, mid-Atlantic. Boating shoes, you know, some Sperry's, you know.
Yes, you know, spend weekends at the vineyard, all that stuff. Yeah.
Gay as hell. You know, gay as hell. And you might see that same kind of person down south with some Sperry's as well and some plaid shorts and certainly a polo that is a bright color. And they got a little sugar in their tank. They're not light in the loafers. They got a little sugar in their tank. So,
but they would tell you that they're light in the loafers if you're going to insult them. Insult them correctly is what they would say.
Is sugar in the tank? That's us though. Like have you heard white people say?
I do feel like
maybe they should tell us.
I feel like it's like a South,
but I do think that's a Southern Black thing.
I've
never
like
heard
a very
white,
Southern Black thing.
Maybe
because it's not somebody up north being like, yeah, they've got sugar in the tank. It's like there's because it's the way that you do a run in where it's like, nah, you got a little sugar in the tank. Like that's the energy of that statement. Yeah, you know, it becomes all one word. That's how you know it's primarily South. Yeah,
you're right. It's Southern at least. Bare minimum is Southern, but it might be Black Southern. But y'all will let us know. Yeah. So, anyways, they're cousins for sure.
I think you're right with the light and the loafers being the cousins that moved away, tried to rebuild their life. You know, every other movie.
Forgot where they came from. Little self-hating, you know. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Uneven haircut.
Honestly.
Or if
y'all
identify as a woman, maybe like the Candace Owen.
You want to make the movie. And call it Light in the Loafers. Please sign us on as producers.
A little sugar in the tank, light in the loafers. Yeah. Yeah. Tale of two cities. Two Americas, if you will. Yeah. We really broke that down. You're welcome. Who is doing this kind of hard-hitting content in 2026? With everything that's going on, we're making the important connections. So
we are here to break things down and make sure that you are in the know.
That's important. I think we solved it.
We did. That was great. And in a couple minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Crazy.
Well, my Queer Urban Dictionary word of the week is the acronym QPP or QPR for queer platonic partner or queer platonic relationship. The QPR is a deeply committed, intimate partnership that goes beyond typical friendship, but isn't defined as romantic. It often involves My sentence is that QPR often involves sharing life goals, deep emotional bonds, and prioritizing each other like a romantic partner, but without the expectations or feelings of romantic love.
Okay. Sounds very transactional, very skews like a QPR. Sounds official. Yeah.
It shows a level of commitment. You know, it's like you can wear a little badge. So it's not QPP in this bitch, you know? The QPR in this house.
Maybe it's the QPP. Don't play with me. It just sounds.
You know what QPP? Yeah, you know me.
That's one way to spin it. That's one way to spin it. That's one way to spin it. Sure. Why not? It's not where I would have gone immediately, but you did it.
No.
So it makes
I
sense.
did.
It makes
That
sense.
was
It makes
that's
sense.
where I went.
You know what? Who would do that? That would, in a heartbeat, be a medical commercial for like some
Stop.
sort of drug. They would.
Stop.
They have rated every 80s to 90s black hit, and like they built in some cases like the name of the drug is tied to whatever remix they do to some 90s hit. So QPP could be advertised to us soon in America because everybody else looks out for their people. So
I hate that. If it does, again, y'all better run me my check. Don't make me come
you
after
down with
you.
QPP? You could see the commercial, them dancing and talk about
Don't
the side
play
effects.
with me. I hate it because it's going to be some random group that all of a sudden is in that hip hop class that white woman did in the jumpsuit.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's going to be the moves.
Yeah.
I hate it already, but I still want my check.
Yeah. I mean, you said it. You made the connection.
I did.
So
thank you.
Thank
you. It's because of all my producing that I've been doing lately. It's just natural.
Wow.
It's coming back to me.
Wow. And tell us about your producing, because some folks don't even know because they're not signed up to our Patreon to hear that you are
Should we
producing.
even tell them?
Yeah, we got to give them a little bit.
Because they're not in
you
our
gotta
Patreon?
really hear it on Patreon. But yeah, tell them what you're doing over there on Patreon and at home, more specifically.
Yeah. Well, Kris somehow became my music manager and said that I needed to create the transition song that happens between our segments for the show.
The jingle.
And Kris told me that I was going to do this and that she was going to be the manager to judge
Oh my God, it's so passive aggressive. I love voluntold. I love it. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That is my Urban Dictionary. So I'm gonna use voluntold. Thank you.
I'm working on it, y'all, and you can't hate it. And that's all I have to say. It's going to be in here. It's going to be on our episodes, and you can't hate it. So.
And I'm so excited for it because, and I arrived here not only because of ADHD that's undiagnosed, but I arrived here because you, Shana, have the musical talent of knowing how to play the drums, you know how to play the guitar and piano, right? You do a number of instruments that feel like the gumbo of what a good jingle could be. And I just think it'd be cool to see you do it and put it together, no pressure. I am fake managing you. So yeah, it's not really a deadline, but we do need it, some of the examples I gave you before was, I know I gave you Vanity 6, Nasty Girl, just the instrumental on that. Some Missy songs. We did talk about Missy Elliott. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see what you come up with. Yeah. We talked about how they used to always have those transition song instrumentals, especially for Missy, on like MTV shows like True Life and everything when they would show you like the text. So that's what we're thinking and all that. And yeah, we're developing that on Patreon. So you got to sign up for Patreon to see how this goes. So there we go.
So there we are.
There we go.
Let's go ahead into our category is we're going to praise, pray, tell. And it's like our prayers have come true. Because our first category is we're shouting ourselves out. Y'all, you are now listening to Best Podcast nominee by the Queerties, Bad Queers Podcast. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If we can
thank y'all.
Insert a clap track here.
My gosh. Gosh. I am very excited, but also tired. So my excitement level is really actually up there. You can't see it, but it's there.
Yeah, if y'all had seen us yesterday when we found out, then
cool.
The excitement was all there. Caps in the text messages.
And maybe that's
it was
why
great.
I'm tired. But yeah, congrats, friend. Like that's
congrats to you, friend.
Cool. That's our first nomination. This is year 6.
Yes.
So we'll take it. We know who we do it for. So even anytime anybody says they're even listening, it always is great. So to get nominated for something's very great. And to get nominated in the category we're in is my God.
Yes.
Because we love a lot of the people in this category. It's us in the Queerties for Best Podcast, Bad Queers. You have Tea Time with Raven and Miranda. The Yestergays, the Kelly Mantle Show, Theory Puss, Psychobabble, That's a gay ass podcast. Outlaws with T.S. Madison, and then So True with Caleb Herring, and then Lost Culturistas as well, Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers. So,
And then
yeah, what what a category. Definitely fans of
we in
some
there
of
with
these.
the heavy hitters, which
So,
means
we'll take
we're
it.
now officially
Hey, why
heavy
not?
hitters.
Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that means
Why
we're
not?
officially heavy hitters. We love that. And knowing
This
that
is really cool.
one, we are the only two Black queer women in the category.
Mm-hmm.
We are one of, if not the only, but one of the only independent podcasts.
Yeah.
One of the few
Well, us
Black
and
queer
TS.
podcasts.
And
yes,
Raven.
us and TS.
was
Yeah,
like,
well,
there's a
I mean,
couple
I'm talking full. I mean, Raven
Black
has that
queer
50-50.
women.
I don't know if she would
But
get the diversity check
independent,
because it's not
though.
51%.
Oh,
It's not 51%.
Well,
You know, that's how you get the cash. We would get that cash. That's
so
that
funny.
would be. Yes, but
yeah,
that's where it is. So yeah, it's really dope to be able to say that. Say like we are award nominated. Like everything's going up from here, and it's all because of y'all. Y'all are out here listening to us and putting us on and listening to us just talk about shit every week. And we appreciate you for tuning into Bad Queers, listening to us, and giving us the support so that this could happen. We're so grateful.
Yes, we are very grateful. And you know, we are so honored, as we mentioned, and me and Shana have talked about it. And really, honestly, if we could just not get fifth place, y'all, and I think y'all know why, that'd be great. So you could vote for us daily. Voting is open until February 17th. You could vote once per day per device. So you could, if you
per device
really love us, you could vote on a couple devices, but you could go to queerty.com/queerties and we'll have that in the description. But yeah, hey, help us not get in fifth place.
We want to beat 5.
Yeah.
No high fives here. We want to get 3.
Help
Pick
us.
number 3, my lord. That's what I want to get.
Listen, just not fifth place, y'all. Not fifth place.
We're going to be up.
Yeah,
up
that's
from
our
that.
campaign.
That's what we want to do.
Y'all will hear this throughout the month.
Yeah, we are going to be
please
ridiculous about this. So tell your friends to vote. One of our friends was like, I'm going to use all my burner accounts to vote for you. And we appreciate that level of dedication.
We do.
So
we really do.
Because why not us?
Why not?
Just think if we walked in there and said, yeah, we won. Why not?
Well, listen, I told you, we playing with house money. Like, these are some of our favorite podcasts. Like, I want to meet
some of our
Madison
faves.
if I can meet Raven.
I want to meet Blake
Thorne. Like, it's an honor. And I love Caleb Herring too. So there's some really great podcasts here. And I think all of us, even speaking for them, are honored to even just be able to be in your ear talking our shit on a daily basis. So thank y'all. And help us not get fifth place. Thank you.
Trying not to get fifth. Thank you for being here. Remember to vote every day, multiple times a day, one time a day on different devices till February 17th.
All right.
Our next category is, this is just a story of manifestation and a crossover of things that we love. Angel Reese.
What a run. My God.
Joined season 2 of The Hunting Wives. If y'all were concerned about where and what Angel Reese was doing instead of playing in Unrivaled, this is what that bitch is doing.
I was like, I might watch it now. Huh.
Okay. It's a great reason. It just got a whole new crowd of people to come watch the show. The crossover you never knew you needed. So in August 2025, Angel Reese made a post talking about how much she loved watching Hunting Wives. She posted it on X, I believe, and Twitter's X, and the creator of the show, Rebecca Cutter, responded, quote, "I am," all caps, "dead on the floor. Thank you for watching our little old show." Angel naturally came back and responded saying, "Just let me know if you need me for season 2. And now they just announced that this bitch is going to be on here as trainer Barbie.
Wow.
On the
you
show.
miss every shot you don't take. She shot her shot. Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
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 And now she's going to be on
Shout
there.
out to
There's
her.
photos of her being the trainer. I said, the way that the script writers were said, oh, you want us to fit Angel Reese? Say less. We got this. We're going to write a whole new scene. We're going to get some stuff in here. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I am so interested to see what her acting skills are like.
You know?
But I also really
it's
don't
fun
care.
to do it. You got to start
Reese is
somewhere.
Just be in there.
You got to start somewhere.
I hope one of them hits on her in the show.
Yeah. Wow. What a run. What a team that she has, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to be on her
really
PR team.
Made
Just
a
see
lot
what
of
that's like.
missteps since anything, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy.
Her
But she
partnerships
deserves,
are
and that's
impeccable.
very cool. Yeah. They make sense. It's just, yeah. Good for her. Good for Angel Reese.
Love it.
And all that.
We
Yeah.
love it.
My wife told me about it and I was like, oh, okay. What is it? Because she watched it and she was like, yeah, it should be more interesting for sure, obviously. But we'll see, you know, what the role is. I mean, well, we see Trainer Barbie, but I don't know what that means. So it's like, okay. Oh,
None of us do.
Trainer Barbie.
Like, we're going to think she's just a regular
I didn't know
trainer.
If this was
but
like
what does
something
this mean?
in the show, like where it's like, cool.
It's definitely, I can
So-
tell you it's definitely not something that's already in the show. So I am
Okay.
interested to
Got
see
it. Got
how
it.
this
How it
fits
goes. Okay.
in
Okay.
conservative red state, super rich politician world. And then there comes Angel Reese.
Yeah. Might watch it.
Yeah. Whole new audience.
Ooh. I'll tell you, this next one is interesting. The category is Queer Eye star Karamo Brown opts out of morning show, citing mental and emotional abuse. This is happening and developing as we talk. But yesterday, on January 20th, Karamo Brown skipped multiple live morning show interviews. They are promoting the 10th and final season of Queer Eye. In several statements, Brown cited feeling mentally and emotionally abused as his reason for not joining his Queer Eye co-stars on the shows, but he didn't specify who made him feel that way. The Queer Eye cast was like caught on air, like surprise, like with it. Gail was like, so Karamo passed this note to us and he's not here because of this. Like, what y'all gotta say? And they're just like, you know, sometimes with family, you know, once people go to like sometimes families are dysfunctional is
oh my god,
like, yes, got it. But today it's come out by TMZ, so take that with a grain of salt. But Karamo's mom apparently came to set to visit one day and was wearing a headset to hear the dialogue while filming. At one point, Karamo left, and while gone, his mom apparently was able to overhear the dialogue from Anthony. Is that his name? Anthony?
Mm-hmm. Anthony.
Okay. Anthony
Anthony
Tan, and Jonathan. TMZ is claiming that they were overheard speaking negatively about Karamo, including criticizing certain lifestyle choices he makes. She then reportedly told Karamo what she heard. So that's right now supposed to be the main reason why he was leaving. I mean, 10 years filming with someone, you can imagine there's a lot of stuff going on. There was stuff that came out about Jonathan Van Ness, alleged, from a Rolling Stone article last year. So they got a lot going on this show. And I did not know. I'm not surprised, but I didn't know. So tell me, because you watch the show, you watch Queer Eye. Is this something that has been bubbling, or are you surprised?
There have been rumblings, because then Bobby left and he's all over HGTV now. And that was a thing. There were some rumors about tensions on set, but everybody was like, but they're so happy. They're so joyous. They're gay. What is there to be wrong on set? And a lot of folks were talking a little trash about the fact that Karamo was there as like the culture person. So it was like everybody did a bunch of stuff, but like there was issues because Bobby was like, well, my work is actually the hardest because I'm renovating houses. And y'all are over here taking him shopping.
Were they saying what was like Karamo doing? Karamo
yeah,
like,
basically.
Wait, what's he doing though? Because I remember the original show, back in 2003, but I never kept up with it. So what
he was technically the culture person. And with that, it was more so like he just became kind of the on-set therapist, kind of would go and talk about relationships
and that's important.
with other people and things like that. And it just seemed like the lowest lift. Like he would get people out addressing specific concerns. It was almost like exposure therapy that he was helping them accomplish.
The change inside is what's important. So that's what I would say.
But people were just like, oh, they just gave him this because he's basically the only black person on the show, and so they were like, yeah, we're gonna give him culture and like leave it at that, where they were like, well, Tan is taking him shopping and JVN is actually cutting his hair, and all of this stuff where they were like, well, what is Karamo doing? And I'm like, y'all are not appreciating the soft skills that a lot of these people did not have, and Karamo specifically worked on them to help them be more confident, to feel good about themselves, to address any relationships that they needed to, all of that. I was like, Karamo did stuff.
Yeah, you can't be like have the haircut and the new hair and the new house and you still corny and don't know how to talk to people. Like it has to be like a whole.
It's a full circle.
Full circle approach to it.
Yeah, so, but there was that is funny that there's like tension.
Him just talking and then there's somebody like building something, but that's like more about production. Like that's like
Yeah, I stopped and I was like, Bobby, I think you know what you signed up for in that way. Because I was like, if you were going to be doing the house stuff, of course you knew that was going to take the most time. Yeah. You got to renovate.
Yeah. You knew what you were getting into with it. And then how much he does in terms of the labor of it, because you would think they would kind of outsource. So how like do you watch Flea Market Flip, or have you seen Flea Market Flip before? How they have the specialist people that help them like take the thrifted items, like those people, which I know they have helpers obviously, but like, I feel like he should be more of like directing them to build instead of building, but I don't know. Yeah, no,
he was a very hands-on person with it, so that's, and I give him the passion. And
you get me getting like a nail and be like, cut
every time.
Right, cool.
Right. Thank you so much.
Y'all build that up.
No, he was
put that up.
He was picking up stuff. He was moving things. He was painting. Like he's over there. Like if y'all don't, it was very HGTV, which is why it makes sense that he is now over there. Yeah, with the show. So
makes sense.
Yeah, but it was a whole thing. But
if you catch my drift.
I hear you and see you. But yeah, later on in the later seasons, that's when we started to hear a bit more about the on-set issues, because the first few years seemed lovely and blissful and all of the things, and they're best friends and they love each other. And then it slowly started to dissipate, and I feel like they ended the show on time for that to happen. I really don't even think that they needed to bring in the new person, but they're still doing it. I really haven't watched it since, but yeah.
Okay. Well, it'll keep developing, and this is it. This is the final season. So I mean, it's interesting that he was like abruptly like, nah, like with the interviews, but go out a bang. And shout out to his show, because there's a lot of episodes. I mean, it's queer as fuck, but the Karamo show be having the funniest like 90s style like talk show like captions and just videos. So shout out to that and Karamo, because we're black too. Okay. All right. Let's go. I was like, I don't know. I mean, listen. Whew.
We're black too. Yep.
We're black too. Like we get it. I overstand Karamo, probably what's going on there. So do your thing. Mm-hmm.
So funny.
Overstand. Mm-hmm. We got it, brother.
Yeah, we see what they're not saying. We see what they're not saying. It's fine. We hear what they're not saying. Yeah. We see what they're not showing. Don't be talking shit about
with my mom on the headset. Like, moms knows best. Like, of course, my
mom sat there and said,
"Cash shit,
my baby."
Lucky he didn't have the mom that would confront y'all, and that's also just so messy to be talking shit at work on set. Like, y'all, we used to be a proper country. We talk behind somebody's back, over drinks somewhere, if y'all are going to be shitty, but yeah, not at work too. And just don't do it. But people talk shit. So not with my mama on the headset. My mama heard that. Now I really got a slide. So that's probably why he canceled so abruptly. I just solved why he did that. That makes sense. Catch them live. So
I loved the
I love
journey.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was like, oh, that makes sense. That's how you roll out that they were bullying, is to like just not show up to the live, press stuff. So shout out to Karamo. That was creative.
Gail saw that and said, yes.
Because it also said in the article that it was his assistant that gave that information to get. Like, he was supposed to be there that day. Like, they just passed that along. Like, he's not here, and this is why. So, what a rollout! What a bullying rollout. That's pretty cool. I love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, our final category is, we're weeks into the year now, and we haven't talked about Unrivaled. So we're going to talk about Unrivaled so far. So for those who don't watch sports, this is a 3-on-3 basketball league that Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier started so that WNBA players could stay in the U.S. in the offseason, and also pettily to show the WNBA that they are more than capable of paying their players and getting the sponsorships and the deals. I really think that was the base of it as things continue to grow. I love it. I love to see it. I love how the things are happening. All of the games have been great. Every single one of them. Can't complain. Can't be upset. The content that they're sharing, man, all the admins on social media, y'all are doing the Lord's work. Thank you and keep it up. It's so entertaining. Threads has become the newest and best growth engine for the league. They have their own little category. Everybody's in there chatting. It's very entertaining. The content that they're posting is great. But the sport itself, man, doing great. So first off, we've had a shift in the power of everything that's been going on. Right now, the Laces are number 1 in the league, followed by last year's champions, the Rose, and then the Baby Breezes are third. I call them Baby Breezes because that's the team that like Paige Beckers, Rakia Jackson, Kate Martin, Ari McDonald, all of the children are on the Breeze, and they're currently in third place, followed by Phantom, Mist, Vinyl, Hive, and then Lunar Owls. And that's also wild too because the Lunar Owls were in the championship last year as well, but they lost. And so with that, each of the teams have been having a ton of fun, doing great stuff. We love to see all of it. The Hive are the newest team. Breeze is the other new team, and they've had the roughest start of any team in the league, sitting at 1-4. Their offense is what the biggest struggle is. It's like Kelsey Mitchell can't hold everybody up. And you thought that Sonia Citron would have taken off. But I also think that their bigs are not really helping either. I'm over here like, Billings, please do better. Please step up. Ezzy McGregor, please step up.
Do you think that's more so because it's just still early season and they're getting used to, playing with each other, or like
that's what I hope, because they have a really good coach. They have one of our assistant coaches from the Chicago Sky. It's the head coach for the Nigerian team. She's a great coach.
Okay.
But I just don't think the pieces are working at the moment. I'm hoping that something clicks in February. But yeah, that's where we're going. With the Lunar Owls, it makes sense. They are also 1-4. They only just got their first win this past weekend. And, Nafisa was out early, and then they didn't have Skylar for the first 3 games. And they're only averaging like 65.4 points, which is the second lowest in the league, which makes sense because when Skylar wasn't there, it's like we had Rebecca Allen and like Rachel Banham, who are 2 of our star players on Chicago. And so you know how our season ended. And I'm not trying to talk and hate on my players, but y'all got to step it up. We got to build it up. But I was very excited that they got their first win this past weekend. But Aaliyah Edwards continues to play her ass off. So go her.
Yeah.
And then the Vinyl, they are sitting at 2-3. Their offense is very middle of the pack, but De'Erica Hamby comes out and has like these bursts. She's already set a record this season with a 40-point game. And Ryan Howard is doing Ryan Howard things. So I think Vinyl is going to continue. And they're the ones that are being coached by Teaspoon. So I think they're going to continue to mesh together, do beautiful things. It's going to be great work with them. The Mist are 3-2. This is the team that has Breanna Stewart. And they continue to kind of be in the middle of the pack, but, they have great guards. And so I think they're going to be, the more that they get into it, the better they're going to be. Alana Smith has been a pleasant surprise in this team. And then Lee Rue, I feel like is getting some moments that, we really wouldn't have seen. She had that late trade from Seattle to Dallas during the WNBA season. I love that she's getting to show herself a bit more and show more of her personality. Phantom has quickly become my favorite team. I kind of between like Phantom and Laces, but Phantom, they're just a vibe and they're a good time. They're 3-2. You say why?
Yeah.
So,
but then you had said their vibe, but I don't know if that's your like final answer.
They're such a vibe. No, that is kind of like the biggest answer.
That is your answer.
Such a vibe. Yeah, they're kind of a joy. They're a joy to watch, and they just work really well together. I mean, you have Kiki Irafin, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Plum. Oh my God, not me. Getting to like half of it.
Aaliyah Boston seems like she could play with just about anybody.
Who can? Natasha Cloud's on the team. Like it's know like very fun team.
Yeah,
they're doing great. Mm-hmm. I know I'm missing 2 other people. I apologize right now. Dana Evans is on the team. Yeah, Dana's on the team.
Okay. Oh, I love Dana Evans.
I'm missing somebody else.
I hope that the Aces bring her back.
Who's their big? I don't remember at the top of my head, and I talk about this all the time. But they're like one of my favorite teams. Laces being the other favorite team, and Kelsey Plum reminding them that she has won medals in this, and Aaliyah Boston continues to do Aaliyah Boston things. I named both the bigs. It's Aaliyah and Kiki. Okay, we're gonna get there, and then let's move to the top 3 teams. So Breeze are also 3-2. They're looking dominant. They're playing well. They're just young and moving. And their team is just really good at rebounds. They be jumping in, grabbing stuff. Young people, they got better knees. So they just get to go and jump in and really get those rebounds. Yeah, and we love to see it. But Paige and Rakia, they go off like no other. So this is a great time for Paige. And then the Rose, really it's the Chelsea Gray show. Chelsea Gray show all around. Okay? Kalia Copper just came back. And I'm basking in it because I love it. They lost 2 games in a row once Kalia returned, which cracked me up. But they can't rely on Chelsea for everything to hold up the team. So yeah, but the Laces going 4-1. Man, Brittany Sykes this season is a menace. Is an absolute menace. Plus they have Alyssa Thomas and Jackie Young. So when you got all 3 of them in there, what are you supposed to do? How do you beat them? I have no answers. So that is kind of how the breakdown of like performance wise and all of the things that are happening on the court, off the court. Natasha Cloud made a great statement this week stating that Unrivaled could play year round if the WNBA decides to fuck around and find out with the CBA, which they're currently doing. Mm-hmm. And she said, and I quote, "I know Unrivaled is prepared in so many instances, the biggest one being we own the space we play in. So if we wanted to stay here in Miami year round, as the players of Unrivaled with equity in this league, we can stay here and train, play, and put on another season if need be. So that's a beautiful thing, and that's why I'm so appreciative to be a part of a league like Unrivaled." And I had made this joke before, where I said, what if Unrivaled hosted the All-Star weekend? Because the WNBA announced their schedules today. And I said, that's funny that you announced your schedules, and we don't even know if you have a season.
Yeah. They're like, these girls are gonna sign this. I think, at this point they should just log out. But I don't know. We'll see. I think they might cave because they're fucking their own money up and momentum. Like it's more of a loss of their money because obviously they could go elsewhere and all that. So it's like, do you want a league or not? Especially when it's like it's hot. So, there's Project B coming up. There's other leagues also coming up.
Project B is over here like, we'll send these contracts out, okay?
It's coming.
Guaranteed.
It's coming.
We'll even send you an advance. Yeah. We'll send you an advance. Be good to go.
Space gets real crowded. Space get crowded if they do better
Plus,
than
these
you
international
at this,
teams are still here.
International teams, yeah. So
they said, so we can keep our players longer?
Play.
Great.
Right.
Great. That's not an issue. There are
options. They will pay them to lock out. Like so we'll see. I do think that they should the WNBA should feel it in some ways. And where they should just cave. Like just give them what they want. Give them the things, Yeah.
It's
good.
And
good for
it's really
all,
the revenue
actually.
Share. It's really the revenue share that the NBA and the WNBA are not budging on because the players are asking for 30%, and they said the highest they will go is 15%. So,
which is so crazy. Like they are the product. They are the entire reason that you have revenue. So why can't,
Mhm.
in 30%, it's not even, but
It's not even 50.
I wouldn't even, it's like, okay, well then it's a non-negotiable. 15 is crazy. It was just like 8 or 9. Like it's crazy.
It's
They were
9.
like, well,
Yeah.
bump it up a little bit. No, 30,
Yes.
for our 30th birthday. So,
Yep.
30 for 30.
So, lots of fun things happening.
I saw
allegedly
a bullet point here that you're going to get to. That's like, it's not basketball related. I mean,
oh yeah,
is,
well, it's the off court.
Yeah.
It's the off court. But everybody's been wondering because we had all of this cute content promising to buy houses, all sorts of things from Natasha Cloud and Izzy Harrison. And we haven't seen either.
We just had that Playa Society capsule too. The Love and Basketball one came out.
The Love and Basketball was so good.
Yeah.
So
and it was very good.
It has not been confirmed. Some people have said that they unfollow each other on Instagram. We haven't seen a lot of photos, but also Izzy does play in the AU pro basketball stuff. So it could have just been that she wasn't there because she was going ahead and training for the AU pro and was getting ready there. Maybe they just needed a little time to chill, but the people are watching and we have not seen our cute Natasha and Izzy content post the Playa Society stuff. And then we were like, okay, so I hope that's not the case. They were so cute.
They were. Things
So
happen,
cute.
but
They do.
We'll see. We will see. Whew. It's hard to get attached to anybody,
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah. So those are the key things with Unrivaled. We love to see it. Lots of.
And where is it streaming? What are the nights for people? Because I keep forgetting
yes.
it's on.
Oh, yeah. So it goes from Friday to Monday. So every day there's at least 2 games from Friday to Monday. You'll see different teams end up not playing that certain week. So it's like they'll go for X amount of time and then one or 2 of the teams won't be playing that week and then they'll hit. So on TNT, HBO Max. TV. Yes, and True TV are the ones. And so you get
Fridays,
to watch them there.
Saturdays,
Friday
Sundays,
through Monday.
and Mondays. Okay. They have the whole schedule on their website, but okay.
Yep. And they keep it very updated, very quick.
Friday.
Whoever's running their website is really killing it. And then they'll start their 1v1 tournament mid-February. It'll start February 11th. So they'll have that where they get the chance to win some more money and, continue to keep lining those pockets.
What a tournament. One of the greatest events in sports already. So, yeah, and that is February.
And I will once again be there.
Wonderful. Wow. Go live.
Yes.
Stream.
Yes. So we're going to go to a game. We're going to go to a game and then we're going to go to the first round of the 1v1 tournament. And I'm very excited.
That is cool. Wow. That's Valentine's Day weekend too. How about
sure
that?
Is.
All right.
It's all right.
Yeah. This could be a point I call out that person that would love to be your Valentine, but I think and I know, and that's enough for me. All right. We're going to move on to Am I a Bad Queer, our advice segment, where we get real about your questions and dilemmas. If you got questions, send it to us at badqueers.com. Hit us up on IG at badqueerspod or email us at badqueers@badqueers.com. All right. This first one is from Malika. Hope I said that right. Malika asked, am I a bad queer if I don't tell dates I'm sober until like the 3rd date? I'm in recovery and doing great, but leading with I don't drink on the apps feels like it kills the vibe and drives questions I don't feel like answering. So I just order mocktails and hope they don't notice until I actually like them enough to have the conversation. Would y'all keep it to yourselves or be upfront? Well, it's not like you're ashamed of it, and there's nothing to be ashamed of here. You just don't feel like answering those questions and all that. And honestly, it's really up to you when you want to share that. And wherever their reaction is, will tell you everything. So I don't think you have to tell people up front. Like, you don't owe them that. Like, yeah, you could tell them when you're comfortable. Like, what if it doesn't get past the 1st date? Like, you don't have to tell them your business. So that's how I feel about
Yeah.
it. I was like, I don't think that you have to tell somebody that. And when you do, if they react negatively, well, then it's like, well, see you. Like, we don't have to continue this. So, yeah.
That's facts. Yeah, I feel like it's becoming so normal now that, especially you get
Yeah.
mocktails, like you could even switch it on your profile, like,
A lot of great ones.
let's hang out and go get mocktails.
Yeah.
And nobody's really gonna
It's a good way.
question that, because I feel like so many people are doing it for health reasons now, and just to not feel shitty in the morning and all of that. Like, you obviously have a clear reason, and you don't have to like lead with that, because it sounds like you're waving a red flag of, I used to do this, but now I'm better. I think that will naturally come as you all get to know each other. But if like they ask on the first date of like, oh, like, why do you get mocktails? And you're like, I just like the taste. I like the feeling of it. And you can leave it at that.
They do taste good.
And then if you come back later, and then you want to come back later and be like, hey, remember on our first date that you asked me about the mocktail stuff? Here's why. That's what it is. So I would say with Kris, like, sometimes if you tell them earlier, it can stave off any of that. But sometimes it does really help to get to know the person first, and then be like, I just want to let you know, this is what's happening. Here's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And go from there. So it's not an obligation. It's just your comfort level.
Yeah. I love that the younger generation is not drinking as much as we did.
Mm-hmm.
We had to fight those 4 Loko battles and
For
hope for a day that they didn't, want these kind of drinks, these rugged, crazy drinks that we drank. Yeah. So
I'm really waiting for the lawsuit to come through. I would like
always
to
say that. It's like, it's going to come. It's going to
really
be,
like it.
I can't wait. And it's only going to be on during the daytime and at night, late at night, If you consume first batch 4 Loko, you might be entitled to, and we were first batch.
And I will be in there.
Okay, listen.
I'd be like, do you know how many purple ones I had? And the purple ones were the ones that had the most alcohol in it.
Phew. I mean, we did not know. We just did it.
We were like,
My
it's
God.
cheap. And it gets the job done. I'm saving money.
That's why y'all, as a millennial, it's just so tired, we went through so much. So, oh my God, we're just so tired. We just went through a lot, and we're just going through a lot as millennials. So pray for us, don't call us cringe, though we don't really care. But some of us do. Some really do. But pray for us. We went through a lot. 4 Lokos alone. Oof. Some people had buzz balls. Did you ever have a buzz ball? I had one time.
People have been trying to give it to me now. And it's like, I held one and brought it near my face and said, why would you hand me this college level drink?
Yeah. How dare you? That's exactly what it is.
How dare you? I am in my mid-30s. How dare you? Why are you trying to kill me in public?
Oh, they're doing it now. Wow. Yeah.
Yes. They sit next to the checkout at shops. I said, what?
Thing with taking kneecaps off at this point. That's crazy. Ooh, buzzball. Well, hope that helps.
Yes.
Well, hope that helps, Michaela.
Yes. All right,
Malika.
Our next one.
Excuse me.
Which one? You said
Malika, Michaela.
She understands. He'll be all right.
Yeah.
My next one is anonymous, and so they refer to Laverne Cox, so I'm going to call them Laverne. Am I a bad queer if I'm attracted to someone who voted differently than me, and I'm considering just not asking or talking about politics? The physical chemistry is there. They seem nice. And I feel like if I actually have the who did you vote for conversation, it's going to ruin something that could be good. I don't want to go down in flames like Laverne Cox did, but also dating is trash and I'm thinking about sucking it up. All right, Laverne, you know what happened to your namesake? She had to answer for her sins in front of a audience of her peers. Like,
she did though. She really did it.
She really did.
Very brave. Okay, very brave. Very brave.
Said, all right, girls, I'll get on here and do this. And honestly, it's never worth being in a relationship with somebody who would vote against your existence
It's just
because
not.
they're closeted and insecure. Because if they're willing to date you and voted the opposite way, that's a lot of built-in insecurity, which brings out anger and distrust and manipulation, probably. So why would you want to do that just because we're horny? As you mentioned the physical chemistry being there, I don't really think it's worth it, especially because it sounds like you want to be in a longer term relationship and possibly a monogamous relationship. So, if you're just like, oh, one off, I don't even need to know their name or whatever, but it sounds like you are interested in getting to know more, which makes me assume that you want to be in something more long term. Find somebody who's going to align.
Yeah. Yeah, this is tough. Part of this is tough in the way that love and dating is trash from what we hear from people, single or coupled up. It's very hard. It's very when you find somebody that you're attracted to, you try to hold on to that. And in normal or more normal situations, like politics has never been normal, so I can't even give that pass now. With the lens that we have now. But Laverne, are you new here? Do you know what's going on outside? Like, it's not, people say it all the time. It's not pizza toppings. It's the humanity. Like, it is, they are proud Nazis, proud bigots, proud homophobes, transphobes, proud, just bigots. They're demons. Okay. Like we are in some shit. So voting differently isn't like a cute disagreement anymore. Like what it is out here. You saw what happened to Laverne. From the point that it happened with Laverne, it's gotten worse. And it's gotten as worse as people told everybody it was going to be. So you know what this is. You are backward for this. I know it's hard to date, but you don't have to date trash. Dating is trash. You don't have to date trash. They are trash. Trashy people, I'll never forgive them. I'll never give them an inch of like understanding how you vote for a alleged pedophile 3 times. But here we are. So like that's just what it is. Like I don't, it's not pizza toppings. So do with that as you will, Laverne. Like I'm like, they can't be that hot. Like they can't be that hot. So, but maybe Laverne doesn't know what's going on outside. Some people have that privilege of being like,
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I hope that doesn't help Laverne. I'd hope it doesn't, actually. You know the answer to this. Goddamn well. This last one is from Sandra. Sandra asks, am I a bad queer if I use my queerness to get out of stuff at work? Sorry, can't work late. I have a pride planning committee meeting. Woo! I'm going to happy hour in parentheses. That is funny. Pride planning committee meeting.
I love this because that sounds so official.
Yeah, it is. They're like, okay, it's January. It's year round. Pride is year round.
Hey.
Which it is. Hey, it is.
And it could be in one of the big cities.
Yeah.
Okay, it could be one of the. So you got to start planning early.
Where it is.
Struggling to find sponsors, so you got to put some extra time in now. I'd have a whole story behind that.
It's so crazy. I need to leave early for a community event, which is therapy, but they don't need to know that. You could just say therapy, girl. My diversity higher status, they don't need to know that. Or just say you got an appointment like that. You don't have to lie about that.
I mean, you can't have an appointment every week. What you doing at that appointment?
Therapy? I have an appointment every week. You could say that at work. It's like, what work is telling you is crazy. Like you can have a therapy
feel like
appointment.
This is one of those corporate places where they like ask a lot of questions about the fact that you have therapy. Like it's the places that people aren't saying that out loud, or you're the only one that's there. I can understand people not saying therapy out loud. Like I openly told people.
It doesn't have to. I'm not saying therapy.
But yeah,
I'm not saying you have to say therapy out loud. I'm saying you could say appointment, and you have an appointment every week. Yeah.
Like, but I feel like at some point a manager is going to be like, what appointment is every week?
They can't ask you that. And of course, it's just like, I don't know,
You'd be
niggas like
surprised.
coloring the lines. You know what appointments every week. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're not supposed to be asking me that, but that's neither here nor there. But I do know what you mean.
Yes.
There's some people don't work in work environments where you could just say, I'm going on an appointment
Say
every
that.
week. And there not be any questions. But you
Yeah,
could say,
they would
yeah.
be like,
I
we're
mean,
gonna
you
write
could
you
tell
up
them
because
therapy,
you just
but-
keep leaving for appointments.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it's therapy, shithead. So now, like, you know what I mean? So anyways, but my diversity, I'm trying not to murder everybody in here. My diversity higher status is finally paying dividends and I'm milking it. But will this luck eventually run out, Sandra? I think all of our luck is starting to run out, Sandra, with diversity higher status. Yeah, some of this I don't think you need to lie about. Like I said, you could just say you're going to an appointment and stuff. But I don't, Sandra, people lie all the time. Lie all you want. You could get caught in a lie if you lie. But yeah, lie at your own risk, Sandra. I don't know. It's work. So it's just, that's playing with your own employment and stuff. And people lie all the time at work. So I don't think you need to go as far as saying a pride planning committee meeting. Like that's a little extreme, but yeah, I mean, people lie every day.
I actually love it.
I don't know.
I actually love it.
It's creative. It's a lot.
And be on that. You go ahead and be on that. I'm on the pride planning committee. How's that going? It's good. Thanks, Jim.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, if people can use like church and religious stuff, then why not?
Why not?
Going in there, not learning none of the word, not a single word they living by. So I guess they can, like, if it was like, oh, I'm going to choir practice every week, nobody would think anything of it. So do you? Sure. Go ahead. Go ahead and lie. Lie, Sandra. Just lie. Yeah, do it. So at your own risk, though. So
that's so good. Your luck might run out, girl, but do it.
Yeah, it really would. Yeah,
we
it's
support
up to
you.
But yeah,
we support
do what
you.
you got to do. Do what you got to do. So, like I said, such goodish advice we give, huh? That's it for this week's Am I a Bad Queer? Send your questions to badqueers.com. Hit us up on IG. Actually, award-winning advice. So,
yes.
nomination, excuse me. Yes,
there it is.
Award nominated. I'm so new to this. Hit us up on IG at badqueerspod or email us at badqueers@badqueers.com.
All right, what type of backwards will we be if we didn't have unpopular queer opinions? Mine is a community discussion. I was having this discussion with some other folks, and I figured I would bring it to the podcast, see what your thoughts were. So my community discussion topic, did studs get the rebrand they needed for 2026? Because in 2025, they were all over the internet with their content for their soft ways, showing their style, leveling up their partnerships, and, breaking some legacy problematic stud behavior. So did studs get the 2026 rebrand they needed?
What do you think? That's interesting.
I feel like studs are moving in the right direction. I do. I feel like they're opening up a bit more to being like, let me try this or let me do this, or not staying in the hard ways, or coming off the wall a little bit. Not fully. The wall is still in reach when they go to the clubs and stuff, but they're coming off the wall a little bit. And I do like that we are getting more content that surrounds how soft and happy they are, solid reminders that they are still women. And that I feel like has been the highest, is like, you do realize I'm still a woman. Relax, because I feel like studs used to just be like, yeah, I can align with a man and do the stuff. But I feel like there's a reckoning with being like, I am a woman.
Yeah,
there's titties under this polo.
Like, there are titties.
Okay, we got this under here. I take my clothes off and we looking the same. Like, please and thank you. And I think
these
that's
cramps
been
hurt.
That.
Bad.
I think there's steps.
Yeah.
I think there's steps in the right direction. I don't think it's a full rebrand, but I think they're having discussions and figuring it out, and I like that.
I mean, I feel like studs are turning the Titanic around. I always have a soft spot in my heart for them, and I feel like they're turning, maybe not the Titanic around, because how that turned out. But just turning a very large freight cargo ship around. So it's slow. What's not going to help is that I do think that people hyper-focus on studs' toxic behavior more than being introspective about other, femmes and their toxic behavior, or just anybody else in the community's toxic behavior. And studs are the most visible, and they also have the privileges because of, obviously the patriarchal stuff that they follow. But I think they are turning it around. I think they're like one setback or one bisexual stud with fat phobic skits like away from it being in flux, so that sucks. Like, it's just like it takes just one incident
that did kind of ruin the start of
like,
the year for them.
Goddamn, so that's kind of hard. I feel for studs and all that in that way, because you were just one skit away.
That whole did you see that whole problem got featured in People magazine? Or like on People Magazine's page.
I did see a screenshot of that, but I didn't see the actual article. And I was just like,
I read that article.
Really make
Sure
people.com, which is crazy. But again, doesn't make content for us, for you to reach people. And for all the bad things I've said about Easy, and I'm not a fan of their stuff, my God, to even be big enough to reach people is there's something there, but not for us. So very firmly for the straights. So I think that studs are turning it around, and being a little bit more free and embracing their femininity. And like the younger generation is leading that. So as long as the older generations or whatever generations that are just, that came before them don't stand in the way, which I hope we don't do, then I think they'll continue to turn some stuff around and all that. So, but we should all be turning stuff around and not being toxic and everything, and not hyper focusing on studs. I hope we don't hyper focus on studs in 2026. So, you could keep them accountable, but it's like, okay, enough. Okay. All right. I don't have a bad queer opinion. I don't even have a community note. I want P Valley to know that the light will always be on. Okay. I don't know when season 3 of P Valley is coming, but the light will stay on. Okay. Unwavering. Even if I've lost like 97% of my hope, I'm going to keep the light on for you, because I know you'll be back. And I feel like when you do come back, it's going to be good. So that's all. I just want P Valley to know that I'm waiting and the light's on, Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. They can always come in.
No matter how late. No matter how late they are. I don't care what's going on in their life. P Valley always has a home. That lost season that we haven't seen. P Valley hasn't been on now since 2022. And I just want to let them know it doesn't matter how many years you've been gone, because you're still present in my heart, So
we are here holding a place at the table for you still at every holiday.
Thank you. Whew. Yeah.
The key is still hidden in the same spot.
Yeah.
Come on.
We haven't changed anything in the room. It is all waiting for you when you're ready, P Valley. Come home.
Come home.
Yeah.
Right. Well, thank you for that. That was a message
that
thank
needed
you.
To be heard. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, because I know that there's others out there that are struggling with me, but also, have a place for them. So
yes.
Speaking for us. Yeah.
Well, that's a perfect note to wrap up the show on. But we would never leave you without giving shout outs to our faves.
They nominated this show that we're on.
Okay.
for things like that. It's just...
Okay. It's like, because who else?
Who else?
It's us.
It's us. I just want them back.
This is so much.
Shows lap them.
Angel
Reese is going to be on season 2. It's just
right. And we're like, where's ours? They said that it was done. They've posted updates.
Patient. It feels like I'm waiting for my loved one to get like released from prison. I don't know where they are. Nam.
Right. Or to come back from overseas. Yeah. And they just keep writing us letters that get lost. Yeah. And then we get it like a year later. And we're like, oh, you do still love me. Thank you.
I will build that house. I will Noah build this house for Allie. Which is P Valley. I would Noah built this house for her, and she'll come. So,
all right. Well, my shout out this week goes to the Buff Boy Club which is celebrating radical dyke self-love and confidence. They promote queer masculinity, specifically from a POC perspective. You can follow and support them at Buff Boy Club on IG.
That's cool. My shout out is to the L Table. The L Table is a space where lesbians and queer people can show up as their full selves, no code switching, no pressure, just real connection through intimate dinners, virtual meetups, and fun events like Lesbians and Legos, which caught my attention. So cool.
I saw that. That was so cool.
So cool. Like, that's my tribe there. They're based in North Carolina, but they have events in Virginia, South Carolina, DC, Atlanta, New Orleans. So follow them on IG at the L Table _, and we'll have it in the description.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to our award-nominated show. Award-nominated show. So again, we ask you to please head to the description of the show. We have the link to where you can go vote on the Queerties, or you can just go on to queerty.com and /Queerties, or head to the Queerty website, and you're adults, you can figure it out. So please support us, vote every day until February 17th on all your devices, and we will see you next week.
Take care.
Can we talk about things? I'm sorry that I'm